Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 60 out low. 6 it. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch it. Get it all. Run. 31. Check 31.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
T.J. Yeldon's not afraid to drop a shoulder or run through some tackles, is he?
Not at all. I learned it in his high school days in Alabama, then, of course, stayed in state to play at Alabama. He could do that there.
And what I think is best about him, and when he's really on top of his game, when he's a little bit lighter, a little bit quicker, I think he's strong enough. He's compact enough to break those tackles, but I think he's at his best at a shiftier weight.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike. Mike 53. Check right, check right. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 53's the Mike. 53.
To throw again. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick-6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Switch, switch, switch. Switch, switch.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. Space to maneuver at the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. There was a little space there, yes, but that was a well-executed run by the rookie.
It was, and he wasn't one of the higher-rated rookie running backs coming out. He was probably on the next tier. But let me tell you something. If he becomes more consistent and continues to have that drive to be one of the best, we'll see more of that in the future.
On first down, they stick with Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it second and 12.
Watch the out, watch the out. Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. 25, check 25, check 25. 61, match box.
Here's Jackson. Smith catches left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Jackson from the shotgun. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Apart from Kyler Murray, not too many mobile QBs in this year's rookie class, but some good scrambling there to get the first. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
I'm coming after you.
Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Watch the backer, watch the backer. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Go, Jim.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, back.
Throwing on 2nd down, Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Wentz. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 38-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson to throw. That's Foster hauling it in over the middle. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They run it from the gun with Yeldon. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Go. Check.
Jackson now. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, let's get there. Ball trot. Back two is the Mike. Mike, hey. Mike, back two. Here we go, D. Get off the field. No. Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. And let's get this.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely. Goes to the defensive player.
Their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Three bucks. Let's go. Great. Two jet.
Shotgun now for Wentz. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
First down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
Here we go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
49. Rip right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score.
We got to step it up.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Draw play. This is Yeldon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, you're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
At the 21-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time, Wentz will throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here we go.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
46 down, man. 5-4. Check.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz sliding out of the pocket. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second?
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because